I want to give you a summary of what it's all about. Number one, you must remember the KISS theory. Keep it simple, sweetheart. Keep it simple. If you don't, you'll be forever in confusion. You must keep it simple. Now, there's nothing more intimate than this infinite being that you are. You're feeling it every moment. There's nothing more intimate than this unlimited being that you are. Can you see how simple it is? Remove the static of the ag flap, and there it is. Your basic nature is all happiness. But you're moving in every direction away from it all the time. Stop that movement, stop that action, and just be what you are. Be the total happiness. That's your basic nature. Isn't that complicated? You must keep it simple. You are that which you are seeking. You are that ultimate being. You are infinite. Stop all that noise and effort of being otherwise. How? Remove the ag flap. Isn't that simple? Why don't you do it? It's more interesting than garbage. It's like that story from India. The fisherwomen were walking with their fish baskets through a field of flowers, and they decided to take a nap. So they parked their fish baskets and walked into the field and tried to sleep. They couldn't sleep. They had to go back and get their fish baskets and park it near their heads so they could sleep. They needed that smell. And this is what you're doing. Be smart. Make it simple. Drop the ag flap. Identify. Discover where you're at now. You're here now, right where you are. Look at where you have been. Notice that you've come up, that there is a way up and out. And set your goal for where you're going and see where you are on that scale and how much you are fooling yourself by not doing that which requires you to go all the way. I used to say to me, I only know that which I can do. How unlimited am I? This used to shock me. Give me a shock and shock me up a bit. I only know that which I can do, not say. So place yourself where you're really at. The natural state is effortless. We merely think and things drop into our experience. The unnatural thing is to do it the hard, hard way. As you see yourself, you break yourself up into three parts. Your beingness, your mind, your body and world. You, your beingness, is the real changeless you, over which you have no control. There's nothing you can do about it. You can only look away from it. Your mind and your body constitute the ego you, the sense of separateness. I, Lester, am not the all. But when you zero in on your beingness, you discover there's only one beingness. And you are the total beingness of the universe. And that everything is in you. And everything you see, you created. You created it in you. And if you don't like it, change the creation picture in your mind and it changes out there immediately. No matter what the situation is, if you change the picture of it in your mind, it changes out there immediately. How do you change it? Release the obstacles, release the act flat. And in checking yourself, notice the three states that inhere in you all the time: being, doing, and having. Now you're the infinite beingness of the universe. You are the all. There's nothing you need if you are the all. But you go to the other extreme and say, oh, if I can only have this little piece of the universe, on one small planet, in one tiny corner of it, I would be happy. The lowest, the most limited state is trying to have a piece, an infinitesimal piece of the all. And your havingness is really your bank book and your possessions. That's how much you think you can have. When you release enough of the apathy, grief, and fear, you begin getting into lust, anger, and so forth. You move into doing this. You feel that, oh, I could be somebody in this world, if I could be a big doer, if I could be a big mover, that would make me happy. That gets you up from lust, anger, pride, and into courageousness. And you're a doer. And 5% of us are doers. 95% of us are stuck in wanting to have. A tiny, tiny fraction of 1% will move up into the top state of being. Of identifying with your beingness only. But you're going to be driven forever until you get up into that beingness. That's what you're actually looking for in the wrong places. The right place is right where you are, right within you. It's your isness, your existence, your amness, your beingness. And when you identify with that beingness, you discover something that always was. I am the infinite beingness of the universe. There's nothing out there but my creation. I can have, be, or do whatever I will or desire.
Lester, could you hold down the last, I can't see it.
Having is your bank book and possessions. It's a sad picture, isn't it? Everyone's down here trying to have. When you already created the entire universe. There's an infinite number of tons of gold throughout the universe that you have created. Helpful directions. Constantly identify with your beingness. Think to yourself, I am I. But be careful, you're not thinking of the ego I. I am I. Play the part of being, not the doer. Let it happen. Stand back, let it happen. And wake up to the fact that all happiness is you being your beingness. That desire is your greatest enemy to happiness. Desire is the creation of the agony of lack. And your mind stays agitated to fulfill that lack. And the moment you satisfy that desire, your mind goes quiet, and the happiness is you being you. It's not the thing, it's not the person. Day in and day out, you beat yourself over your head trying to get happiness externally. And it's right where you are all the time, the infinite happiness. Make it a point to take all your happiness from you. Recognize that I'm just quiet of mind. That's what my happiness is. And you'll stop that frustrating, extreme attempt to get it out there. And every time you get it, it's gone. Try to see everyone as being you. Someday when you release enough, you say, oh my gosh, there's nothing out there but me. It's my beingness everywhere. At that time you identify with every atom as being you, because you created it, it's your creation, it's you. And real knowing is being. There's nothing to know, there's nothing external when you identify with your beingness. Let go of trying to acquire knowledge. All knowledge is separate. The real knowledge is not knowledge, it's being. The real knowing is being your beingness. The next big thing is you must take responsibility for everything you're experiencing, because you are creating everything you're experiencing. See nothing out there but the sum total thinkingness. Your sum total thinkingness. Until eventually you recognize, yeah, there's nothing out there but my sum total thinkingness. And you know there's nothing in actuality out there but your beingness. Then there's no more objectivity. There's nothing external. There's only subjectivity. Everything is in me. There's nothing out there. Everything is in me. All right, here are the words that are indicative of the free state. The one I like best is imperturbability, where no one and no person whatsoever can disturb you one iota, no matter what they say to you. And of course, no thing can disturb you. Fire, water, anything. Imperturbability is indicative of the top state. And for that you need desirelessness. No more desire, you are the all. And when you get there, you discover no action is necessary. Everything is yours. You don't have to take any action anymore. So actionlessness is indicative of the top state. And when you get there, because you see your omnipresence, you can't move anymore. You just witness. You witness your body like you witness every other body. Like a moving picture going on out there. A moving picture that is your creation. So, totally quiet the mind until there are no thoughts, no agflat. It's only your feelings that motivate thought. When you release all your agflat, your mind goes quiet, there's no thought. And then you become intuitive. You're in touch with your omniscience. You're in touch with all knowingness. And you'll talk intuitively, without thinking. And of course, then you do not identify with your body and mind. You're identifying with your beingness only. And when you release everything, you have no attachments and you have no aversions whatsoever. Attachments and aversions are a good lead-in to agflat. And when you no more have any attachments or aversions, you'll have everything for the mere effortless thought of it. Now, to get the bottom of the agflat out, you won't get it out when you're in apathy, grief, and fear. You're in the pits. You cut up all your energy, all your willpower, all your ability, and you're sunk in the dung. Spelled D-U-N-G. If you want to get rid of the agflat, you must get yourself up into courageousness, acceptance, and peace. So you'll allow the infinite energy that you are, the tremendous willpower that is yours, to come into play. So you can go down here and gobble that up. Just like Pac-Man, D-A-C. You'll just come down and when you release enough of approval or control, and you move up here, you'll just gobble up the fear of dying. the wanting to survive as a body. And when the fear of dying is out, you're practically there. Free. Nice and easy. Does it? Keep it simple. I think a combination of the first sheet I gave you and this concentrated on can quickly take you all the way. What's needed? Just one simple thing. You're wanting it. All your wants have to channel into wanting freedom. And you'll get it in a matter of months. All your wants must channel into wanting freedom. And the wanting of freedom dissolves on its own. When you suddenly say, oh my gosh, I am free. I always was free. There goes the want to be free. I'm questioning whether I should ask for questions, because the moment I do, you start trying to bring all this down. Why doesn't it fit in with my garbage? That's why your questioning is. Why doesn't it fit in with my garbage? So I think it's better that I not answer questions, but ask you to come up to this, rather than through your mind going down into the garbage. It's simple and it's easy. But if you don't do it, it's never there. How long should it take an infinite being to discover that he or she is infinite? How long should it take a person with all the power in the universe to discover that he or she has all the power in the universe? It shouldn't take any time, theoretically. But practically, you can do it in months, or years, or lifetimes, or millennia, or millions of years. Now, the majority of people on earth today are going to take millions of years. And they're going to do it the hard way, just by banging their heads on concrete walls. And we're about to do it now. And if you'll take it as an opportunity for growth instead of banging your head, you'll do this, you'll just transcend it. You won't experience any pain, any harm, any destructiveness. You'll take it as a very delightful opportunity to transcend it all. You can not only walk over hot coals barefooted, you can do anything. Because there's nothing out there but your concoction. So, again, keep it simple. Turn all your wanting into going free. And join me.